It's Good Friday, 2024. Welcome to the Memorial Garden, and I'll let my videographer do a little pan of the garden. It was in a garden that Jesus was betrayed and denied, and you come to Good Friday, and it's some of the most difficult part of the story of Jesus' life. It's his death, and it was an agonizing death. So in the midst of our memorial garden, let me share with you the story of Good Friday from Matthew's Gospel. 2 bandits were crucified with Jesus, one on his right and one on his left. And those who passed by derided Jesus, shaking their heads and saying, "You who would destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the Son of God, come down from that cross." In the same way, the chief priests also, along with the scribes and elders, were mocking Jesus, saying, "He saved others, but he can't save himself. He's the King of Israel. Let him come down from the cross now," they said, "and then we'll believe in him. He trusts in God. Let God deliver him now if he wants to, for he said, 'I am God's son.'" The bandits who were crucified with him also taunted him. From noon on, darkness came over the whole land until 3 p.m. And about 3 o'clock, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And when some of the bystanders heard it, they said, "He's calling for Elijah." At once, one of them ran and got a sponge, filled it with sour wine, and put it on a stick and gave it to Jesus to drink. But the other said, "Wait, let's see whether Elijah comes to save him." And then Jesus cried again with a loud voice and breathed his last. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook and the rocks were split. And he died. And he was buried in a tomb. And I think the disciples, like a lot of us, moved into some time of incredible despair and sadness and had no idea what this was all about. But then they remembered his promise that on the third day, something spectacular would happen. We're surrounded by all the saints here in our memorial garden, what we call a great cloud of witnesses. These are folks who've been a part of the church, who've died, passed, and we believe are somehow with God even now. That's the hope we have of what will happen on Resurrection Sunday. But today, take some time from noon on to remember the difficult part of Jesus' life, what he went through for you, for me, for all of us, for all generations, so that we could have life forever with God. Grace and peace to us all. This is Pastor Steve Meldy from Christ Presbyterian Church in Tucson, Arizona, wishing you a Good Friday, 2024.